Hello YouTube. So today I'm going to be talking about 5 things I hate. As promised, I will be uploading a video. Um, 5 things I hate, like I just said. I jotted down a few things beforehand, but um, let's go. So one thing I notice when people cough and don't cover their mouths, I try to think of a few things that would they'll have a kind of story to them and will kind of relate to me as far as those stories go. But I was coming home from vocal performance and I'm waiting at the bus stop. So this guy walks up or whatever and he's sick, obviously sick, and he's coughing everywhere. And like I felt like this splash like over this part of my body, and for a second I thought it was raining, and I was like, no, he sneezed all the bacteria and germs on the side of my freaking arm and my leg, and it was pretty disgusting. So couldn't wait to get home because I felt like I was gonna like mutate on the bus, like my arms gonna turn into some type of weird creature thing, but whatever. But yeah, that's point one. I'm pretty sure a lot of people can relate. I tried to write down a few things that people would relate to. Second point, people that scratch their head at the dinner table. Now, if your head is dry, you have dry scalp, you have dandruff or whatever, you should not be scratching. You should not be scratching just going to work at your head at the dinner table. Cause you wanna know why? You start, you make a blizzard, and it comes down on people's food, and it's unsanitary and it is not called for. If you want to scratch your head, you can do that somewhere else, not at the dinner table with other people's food. If you want to go eat your own dandruff, then you can go do that. But as far as my food goes, I don't want dandruff on my food. I don't want to add an extra layer of frosting on my food. Um, Third point, people that tell you what you are. Now let me tell you. Now I look I look older than what I really am. I'm actually 19 and I will be 20 December 9th. And I'm going to tell you a few stories. One, I was 13 years old and I brought my little brother into Blockbuster. That's when Blockbuster was pretty popular because there was no Redbox at the time. And we're going to get a movie and we're sitting in line. Well, not sitting, but we're waiting in line. And my little brother asked for some candy, and the guy in front of us is just like, see, no, you can't have any candy. You wanna know why? Daddy isn't feeding you right. You shouldn't be eating all that candy. I'm like, he's not my son. And he's like, mm-hmm. How are you gonna tell me who he is to me? How are you gonna tell me? Because first of all, you don't even know me. I was 13. First of all, I don't get what people think that they can tell you what you are, just from assuming and looking at you, because looks are very well deceiving, and that annoys me a lot. Another thing, another story I have is when we're like, me and my mom, we're going out or whatever, we're going to go to the store, and people are like, oh, you two make a great couple. Oh, I'm pretty sure you two husband and wife. I'm like, no. And and we're walking around, just another story. We're walking around, another anecdote is where this lady, she walked up. Okay, we were like admiring her blinds, so they were pretty nice or whatever. And she comes out and she's like, oh, okay, we're telling her, and she's like, we're saying that that my little brother's gonna be on our way home, but we don't really say that they're my little brother. We just say, oh, okay, well, the boys are coming home, and they're like, oh, okay, how are their children? And we're like, and my mom's like, no, this is my son. I'm like, yeah, that is my mom. But and she asked her how old. And my mom asked her how old she thought I was, and she said like 30, or like she said like high 30s, like high 30s, lower 40s. And I'm just like, do I really look that old? I mean, you can tell me if you want. I mean, I don't think I look that old. And yeah, that's another crazy story. It's a lot more, but those are just the two of them that I can think of right now. Another thing is, oh, the respect theory. No, this is the respect theory is pretty much when people tell you that you should respect your elders. You know, you should respect who, you should respect this, you respect that. If I don't know you, you know, there is a certain level of respect that I will give to you. You don't get all my respect. You don't get all of it just because you're older than me. And if you're rude to me, you're definitely not gonna get my respect at all. I was watching a YouTube video. I can't remember who it was from, but he was saying that he was in the library, and he was playing his music, and he was listening to Taylor Swift. Let me tell you, he listened to Taylor Swift, and the old lady was like, "Sir, can you please turn down that music? This, what do you think this is? You know, rap video?" I'm like, obviously you couldn't hear clearly, because I mean it's fucking Taylor Swift. And then so he was like, "Oh, okay, I didn't realize my music was that loud." He turns it off, and she taps him again. Excuse me, I was sick this week, but she tapped him again, and he's just like, "Oh, okay." And she's like, "Can you please turn that down? You know, this ain't a rap video. You can turn that down, you little hoodlum," and blah 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 blah, and whatever old people say. And and he's kind of like, "Wait, okay." And I don't think he went off on her, but I'm pretty sure he was upset, and he was just saying that respect doesn't go to everybody if respect isn't given. So that's my point on that. And the last point I made is keyboard courage. Now, keyboard courage is something I came up with myself. Or if you have heard it, if you've heard it somewhere else, I mean, we could have gotten the same idea. But keyboard courage is when you're on Facebook or whatever, and you're typing, and you know you have like this strong courage that you think you can just tell people whatever the hell you want to tell them, and not think that not think that people are going to retaliate. Or when you see them in person after you so-called curse them out on over the internet, and it's like, "Oh, hi," or it's like, "Oh, I don't know you," or it's just a big you ignore them. But when you were typing and you had the keyboard courage and you were in your room on your laptop or whatever the hell you're on, and you're just going off, you're going off, "Oh, when I'm seeing, I'm gonna beat your ass," and blah 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 blah. But then when you see them, it's like, "Oh, hey," or you kind of like, you kind of forget that you told them what you told them. And yeah, that's keyboard courage, and I don't like that. So if any of you guys can relate, please share this video, comment, like, and subscribe. Thank you, YouTube. Bye bye.